All right, traders, a very warm welcome. I am Devang Mehra and I welcome you to the Financial Analyst YouTube channel. In this module, we'll talk about the FII DI data analysis of today, 16th of December, and how can we plan the markets tomorrow. It's 11 o'clock in the night, Wednesday, December 16th, and we'll discuss about tomorrow's market, December 17th. I've already given you the levels for tomorrow in our post-market video, so make sure you check that out, which I've recorded earlier in the day. But this is what we'll be doing over the course of time. We'll try to give you some live market updates on YouTube, and after market, we'll give you a post-market analysis. And over the evenings when the data is out, we'll try to discuss about that so that you can get as much help as possible from us to plan your days and trades better. So let's talk about the data. Let's get into it. By the way, if you like our videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really motivates us. Comment what you like about us and subscribe to our channel if you're new. So before I get started, guys, the FII flow, the buying spree continues back from November, 65,000 crore. It's about 35, 40,000 crores already in December. So it continues. Even today, you had about 2,000 crore FII buying in cash. And we have a simple saying in the markets and in life, whichever way the wind is, whichever way the sea is flowing, you go in that direction. So if the money is flowing into the market, you follow that and don't question the market. So follow the trend. That's the best advice I can give you right now, and keep going in that direction until the markets are giving you some kind of signal that they want to stop, some kind of big candle where it is pausing. So currently there is no such signal, and we need to follow in that trend. And I've already given you the commentary on dollar, and the fiscal stimulus talks are getting better, and all about Brexit. So we've discussed about that, but let's get into the data and get a better understanding of what happened today in the markets in the derivative segment. So I've already compiled the data of 14th, 15th, and 16th December. So we'll ignore the 14th. That's for my own purposes, my own research purposes. We'll talk about 15th, what happened yesterday, and then 16th, what happened today. So, yesterday, this is the data that has come in. How to get this data, that is something, we can get into it later over the weekend. But basically, the first column is your index futures. This shows you, if it is in plus, this shows you how much buying has been done in that. If it is negative, that means that many future contracts have been short by that particular party. So I've compiled FIIs, clients, and pros. The pros are proprietary traders. That's HNIs, what people like to call them. So I'm concerned about these three parties. The second column is the stock future data. So basically your Nifty 50 stocks, the futures primarily being traded. So the plus positive figure is that so much additions have been done. That's the plus amount of contracts. So that's a long positions being held. And the negative figures, if any, are if the participants are short, but it's not there right now. The index calls, as you all know it, option buyers, call, put, etc. Call means you are bullish on the asset you are trading in. Put means you are bearish on the asset you're trading in, for the people who are new into the markets. If the figure is in positive, that means that they have so many calls, means they are bullish in the market. If the figure is in negative, that means that particular party has short calls. So shorting of calls basically means they are bearish. Buying call means bullish. Shorting calls means they are bearish. Same is the position with puts. Index puts means Nifty Bank puts. They are bearish on the market. If it is in positive, this means they are that much bearish on the market. If it is in negative, that means that that particular party has short your puts. So buying a put is bearish, but shorting a put in negative means bullish. So these are a couple of terms that you have to understand before I get into it. So, yesterday, what we saw was FIIs we need to first basically discuss what the FIIs are doing, because that's where the big money is flowing into the market. And if you can understand what the FIIs are doing every day, you can, get an understanding of how the markets are placed. Just a disclaimer, this is how I read the data. There are tons of ways how to read data. This is the participant-wise open interest, by the way. So it's how I read the data. You might be totally different. So I would suggest try to find what's your mix when it comes to reading the data. It's totally different by different participants in the market. So I like to read the FII data because that's where the big money flows into the market. So FIIs, yesterday on 15th December, they were long on index futures of 57,000 contracts. So they were holding that many contracts. And if you see, the previous day didn't change much. It was around the same figure. And in stock futures data, you can see they had reduced 3,000 contracts from 14th of December. And you can see index calls, they increased calls. They were long 62,000 contracts, and puts, they were long 81,000 puts. So they were that much bearish. Let's look at what happened today. Today now FIIs, they have increased their index future contracts. Yesterday they were long 57,000 odd contracts, and now today, after today's markets, you saw how Nifty performed. Now they are long 62,000 contracts. So there has been a net addition of longs by the FIIs of 4,700 contracts in the index futures. So they are seeing some bullishness, and as long as the FIIs are bullish, they're not going to let the markets go down. So you can see considerably in the last 3-4 days, this figure of index futures is increasing. This means that the index still has some steam left. So we can expect it to go on the higher levels, which I'll talk about in a couple of minutes. Let's talk about the stock future data by the FIIs. Stock futures, are basically the future contracts in your stocks being traded. It was 1,32,000, and it's been reducing constantly. They are reducing their exposure in the long side on stocks. It was 152 on 14th. It's gone down 3,000 yesterday, and even today it's gone down by odd 3,000 contracts. So some kind of cooling off has been done in stock futures, and this figure has been considerably going down. So it's going down. If you all remember the data in November, this used to be around 2,50,000, and a couple of months back it used to be 5 lakh. So the data is coming down and down and down. So we are seeing some kind of cooling off and some kind of profit booking happening in the stock future data. If you talk about the index call, now this is really interesting. Yesterday they were long, so you can see what happened. Index call on 14th, they had 51,000 contracts. They increased today to 62,000 contracts. That is the reason you saw index Nifty went higher. It's not going down because FIIs are not losing, not letting that stance go away. And today they have again increased by 12,000 contracts. Now it is at 75,000. So FIIs, they have not only increased index future, but they've also increased in good quantity your stock future index calls. So they have bought good calls on Nifty Bank, about 12,000 contracts. So that shows that markets tomorrow are ready to go to that 13,800 level, which I told you in the video in post-market analysis. So that level is open for Nifty Bank. So it's possible markets go higher tomorrow, maybe find a resistance and then fall down. That is all possible. What can happen after market opens, etc., that's something else story. But what I'm trying to tell you is there is steam left. Don't just become bearish and keep on buying everything. Stay with the flow, guys. Keep with the flow. Don't question the market, because this is what the data is, and it's been following. And you can see how today's data played. They were long in the market FIs. That's why the Nifty index is held up. It's not falling down. I'll give you a hack. Just watch for a couple of minutes. I will give you a hack how to know when the bearishness will start. So just wait for a couple of minutes. Now look at the index put. In index put, what has happened is FIIs, they were long on index put 81,000 contracts. So they had increased 77,000 to 81,000. So some kind of bearishness should have come today by seeing yesterday's data. But today what has happened is they have reduced their puts. So reducing puts, because from 81, it has come to 74. So they have reduced puts by 7,400 contracts. That is again a signal of bullishness. Adding puts is bearish, reducing puts is bullish. So you can see today overall FII data is bullish. Tomorrow the levels are open on the upside and we have to plan accordingly. But that is always subject to the systematic risk in the market, that what if something happens overnight in America, maybe stimulus is not approved, something like that, some delays are happening. So obviously that can impact the market, but we are just concerned about the data right now, and accordingly we can trade. Looking at the client data. See, clients are basically people like you and me. We are the retailers. What has clients done? Clients have basically, they always move in a different direction. That's something you have to know. If the FIIs are bearish, if the big money is bearish, clients become bullish, because FIIs, they sell stuff. Who buys? People like you and me. We get stuck. So retailers are always that party who gets stuck. Remember like that. So if retailers are bullish, clients are bearish. If retailers are bearish, the FIIs are bullish. Remember that, because if FIIs are buying, who is basically selling? People like you and me. Clients, what have they done? Clients, you can see the figure on 15th, it is negative 13,000. So they were short on index future, negative 13,000. Remember this hack. If the clients, as long as the clients are bearish on index futures, as long as this figure does not become positive, there will be steam left in the market to go up. That's one signal that you all can understand. So currently today, this figure has come down to negative 11,000. So they have reduced their shorts, which is basically they are becoming bullish. That's what I'm trying to say. So when they become bullish, that when this figure from negative 11 goes to 0 and positive, That is one signal that I want you all to understand. That is when you and I will have to become cautious in the market, because then maybe FII will pull out money. So that will be a potential top or bottom in the market. Let's look at some other data. The stock future data is not changed. It's almost the same. What have they done in calls? So you can see in calls, they have gone, it was about 32, they were holding 32,000 calls. Now they have reduced their calls. So you can see how retailers, they are becoming bearish in the market. FIs are becoming bullish, retailers are becoming bearish. So people like you and me are getting trapped. We are buying puts, but the big money is actually going into the market. Same is the case with the puts. So FIIs, they have reduced puts. What have people like you and me done? People like you and me, we have added puts. See, we were short on puts 93,000. Shorting on puts basically means that we are bullish in the market if we are shorting puts. And now we are short on puts minus 33,000. So we have 59,000 is the net figure. What I'm trying to tell you guys is, forget about all of this, right? It's the complex data that comes in. What you and me have to understand is FII, what are they doing in the market? And currently, it's currently, you can see how the data is rolled out. Even the proprietary traders, which are the big HNI money which is coming in. My goal is not to confuse you, because today is the first day we're doing this. In the next couple of days, when we analyze the data, you'll understand how things are flowing, because you'll be able to analyze the market. But make sure you spend 15 minutes, understand the data, and then bring her out of the market, because that is how you'll be a good trader. Proprietary traders, what they have done is they think market will fall down because they have increased their short exposure. The HNI, the big money, they were short 910 contracts, and now they are short minus 7749. So they have increased shorts. So they somewhat think that index can go down. That is what they think. At the same time, what they have done is you can see what they have done with the puts. They were short on puts 28,000 contracts. Now they are short on puts 81,000 contracts, meaning short on puts means they are becoming bullish, and they are becoming bullish of 53,000 contracts. So you can see the big money FII, the HNIs, they both are bullish. So green means bullish, red means bearish. This is something to think about. Looking at the FII data, these are some numbers that we need to think about. I just have another important message, which I'll just read it out to you. Yeah, just give me a second. Yeah. So we'll come to that later. So looking at this data now what do we see in the market? Let's now look at the charts. America is fairly off highs. It's 70 points down. No big deal can change. Nothing big happening. Even S&P is flat. US 100 is flat. VIX has cooled off from highs. Germany has already, I think, given a breakout. The markets have closed. And even UK, it's doing pretty fairly well. Nothing to worry about in that front. Nifty futures are above 700, highest levels now. That is again confirming the data that we have just seen. So what is dollar doing? Dollar is also, as I said, it can change. It is also cooling off. It is taking support as of now. But we'll see what happens later. We'll see what happens later, because it's still active for 6.5 hours more. So this level just should not be breached. That's my concern. If this level is breached, sorry, for the bulls, if this level is breached, amazing for the bulls. But if this level is not breached and you start to go up, it's good for the bears. So I'll give you both the perspectives. Not my job to predict which way the markets are going to go. Talking about Nifty, so I'll just give a winding up note on Nifty so that you all can have a good night's sleep. See, Nifty depends where it opens, as I said earlier, depends where it opens. If it's opening in the higher range and it starts to go above 700, you should go long in the market. And I would say go for a target of 100 points, 780 to 800 can come. These levels look possible by looking at the data. But it's very important you open flat. If you open gap up, then the profits are gone overnight. So just like today, reduce quantity and trade. Any important updates will come in the market. So obviously, be careful. Markets are quite whiplashing. I'm expecting a trending day tomorrow in the market. We'll see about that. It depends upon where the markets open. But the first 1-2 hours will tell you where they want to go. So look, always go for that. Please also wait for the first candle closing. The first 15-minute candle closing, wait for that. Don't hurry. That's another suggestion. Let it show where it wants to go and then trade. So tomorrow, if a 15-minute candle is big green body, that will mean it wants to go higher. That will mean Nifty will go higher. So some kind of hacks that we have experienced earlier. Same is the case with Nifty Bank. And by the way, if Nifty doesn't go above that, starts to trade below these levels, then we can try to go short in the market below 630. So below 630 levels, closing 15-minute, we can go short for some kind of 50-60 points in the market. that is another trade we can do. We'll see about that later. But talking about Bank Nifty is currently at the lows. So tomorrow it becomes much more logical to go on the short side, as I said. But it's possible it goes higher because we don't know where markets will go as the data is bullish. So it really, we don't know where the markets will open. But I will always suggest let the markets build up. If it wants to go down, let it build up and then fall down. So if we have a small SL, if it wants to go higher, let it build up on the upside and then break out. So we can have a small SL below this build up. So above 800 is buy, below 600 is sell. That's it for now, guys. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and comment. That's all, guys. I'll see you tomorrow in post-market analysis.